Hey guys, so over the past couple weeks or so, I've been working on this thing right here, which is a mock of just a little alien type spaceship or something. So yeah, just gonna show you this real quick up close. I'll take a look at the figure a little bit later. But for now, I just want to get right into the spaceship itself. I guess we'll start from the front and just work our way to the back. So at the front there's some like laser cannons right here, and then this whole section right here is built on to the side, like with just some of these bricks with studs on the side. And then yeah, that's how that's all attached, just to get a very nice like curvy-ish shape. And I do like having this little point here at the tip. And we'll take a look at the interior right now. Why not? And I already have the canopy open, so why not? But yeah, there's just a little seat right here, black seat, and then this is a little console right here. It's really hard to fit one in here. It's a very small space, but this is from Star Wars. I don't even know if this is, here, I'll just take it out. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if this is even like supposed to be like a console in the set that this came in, but it looks kind of like a console if you just use your imagination a little bit, and you know, it's clear what that's supposed to be, so I'm fine with that. And then there's a little space right back there to put the little driver's gun, a little blaster, and then you can put him in the seat. It's a very tight fit to put him in there, but it does work. Close it up, and he fits perfectly in there. Anyway, so got some studs on top techniques right here. Here, I'll take this apart just to show you how that's done. Got more of the bricks with studs on the side, and then the way that this back part is attached is actually a little it's a little weird way, I guess. It's not a very traditional way to attach this back section, but we just have this Technic brick with little pin connectors and then a Technic brick with pin holes on the side. So they just kind of like connect into each other. And if you want to, you can put this back on, and then you have this as like a little escape pod, so you can imagine that like, you know, this thing's about to crash and all that, like the engine failed or something, and then, you know, you got to like fly this down to keep the pilot safe or something like that. I don't know. I do want to make this thing like playable, even though I'm not gonna really play with it myself. I wanted this to look like a toy, basically. Like, I didn't want this to look super realistic. Like, you know, it's supposed to look like a toy that you can just kind of fly around. And speaking of that, there's this little spot right here. I didn't even intend to do this, but it just kind of worked out this way. It's like this little groove almost to put your thumb, and you can just kind of fly this around. So it's got that nice like swooshable aspect, I guess, if you want to go like that. But yeah, and then love these pieces right here. I always like using these pieces for like sleek spaceships like this, which is like one of my favorite types of things to build in MOCs. And then we've got these laser cannons right here. Pretty simple how those are built, but what's around them is a little more complicated. Got this part right here, and it's got 2 headlight bricks for each one of these, and it's got some more like exhaust coming out the back. And then speaking of exhaust, we got these things at the bottom, which I always like putting on spaceships as well, are these types of pieces. And you got this big center like exhaust type of thing, and it's got a little car fender piece around there just to get some nice shaping going on. But yeah, I also forgot to point this out earlier, but in the middle there's like this black stripe, which I'm debating whether or not I like that. For now, I'm gonna keep it though, and it does have these little extra fins just for, I don't know, just some more visual interest. So here's the minifigure that I made to kind of man the ship. So yeah, I just tried to make this guy look like just a sci-fi like space looking guy a little bit, and I think it worked out pretty well with the pieces I used. So I used the Space Police legs right here, Space Police 3 legs to be specific. And then I used one of the old AT-AT driver like torso prints for him. And then I used this helmet right here from World Racers, so you can see the print on that. And I just put a black visor over it. And then underneath the helmet, this is his face print. You know, it's a somewhat like cyborg type face print. You know, there's like this metal attachment on this guy. Maybe that's just like some crazy like band-aid type of thing. And this is from Power Miners. I don't know if this face was introduced in Power Miners, but that's where I got it. And then here's his alternate face, so maybe he's about to crash or something, or he just encountered an alien or something. And no, I did not forget about his blaster, which honestly this might be my favorite part about, or maybe not my favorite part about the figure, but I don't know, I just really like it a lot. So I just use the classic like alien type laser cannon or laser blaster type piece in the center, and then just put some transparent light green studs on the side, and then at the front I put one of those little crystal pieces just to look like this big blast of like laser energy or whatever is coming out, which I think that works surprisingly effectively. Like, well, that is going to conclude my look at this spaceship MOC that I built. I don't have an actual name for this thing, but I don't know, I'm very happy with it. My entire goal with this from the start was to just make a really like sci-fi like looking spaceship type thing. I don't know how to describe it entirely, but I just wanted to have like a really weird shape, I guess. Or not really weird, but just like just a cool looking shape. And for it to look very sleek, which I think I accomplished. I would hope so. But yeah, it is like almost all white, which I'm not usually a big fan of like monochromatic MOCs in general. I usually like really colorful and just bright looking MOCs. Like, so this is like a little weird for me, I guess. But I did try to break up the all white, you know, with a black stripe in the middle and all that, of course. But I do actually like how having this being like overwhelmingly majority of a white color, I think that actually helps with the sleekness of this overall and kind of like emphasizes its shape a little more, if that makes sense. Maybe that's just me. But I also just think it looks really cool from a bunch of different angles. Like, I didn't want this to just look, I wanted this to look cool from like everywhere. I didn't want a boring side to it or anything. So yeah, I definitely like how this came out though. It is not done. No MOC that I build is ever done. Sometimes I will like come back to a MOC after a long time and change like one piece. Sometimes I'll do the same thing, but I'll like completely change how the whole thing looks. So there may or may not be another video on this. There's a pretty solid chance that I'm gonna edit this a little bit in the future. If I like change this and it looks like drastically different from how it is right now, I think that could warrant another video. But if I do like a small little like change out one piece, I don't think you'll see another video on it then. And yeah, hope you guys like this, because I did spend a decent amount of time on it, especially for its small size. So thank you and goodbye.